So we are nearly to launch the mainstream. So we are nearly to launch. So we don't need an echo as a replay. This is not necessary. First we have to make a com check that we have all the antennas pointed to planet Earth. Because we still have seats available here. So it seems we have audio connection, we have visual connection, the chat is online. This is most important because this is the only way where you can interfere and join your space coffee. So the LED goes from yellow, it goes to green, and it goes to red. But I think this is a good sign. Yes, it really is. So we can open the window. Hello there and welcome. Nice to meet you here in the Space Coffee. I hope you had a wonderful day. And it's time to relax. This is the main purpose of the Space Coffee. To get a cup of coffee. I got mine. Yes, so let me take a sip out of it. It's really hot. It's too hot. I don't want to burn my tongue. Yes. And by the way, from the last stream, several people said, is it only allowed to drink coffee? You can drink whatever you want. So this is only a symbol. There's coffee inside. There's a red liquid inside, whatever it might be for you. And there's a yellow liquid inside, whatever it may be for you. You can even have a glass of water, because staying hydrated is always good. You can have a cup of tea, black tea, green tea. Yes. So choose whatever you want, what makes you feel comfortable, that makes you chill. Because a space coffee, there's no stress inside. This is only a place where you can chill, relax. If you don't want it, you can watch television, you can go to a party, you can read a book. There's so much possibilities that you can do. Choose this that serves you the most in this moment. Choose this what brings you the most happiness in this moment. And when you want to feel distracted and think nothing, this is a good place to be. So, as I said, the chat is open. If there's something that you must share, we never know. But first I have to get access to the chat, because at the moment I lost the connection to the chat because I'm a long way from planet Earth. It's better to close the terminal. I have a manual terminal here that helps me to have the chat in my hand, but at the moment it doesn't seem that the chat is in my hand. So I have to get access again. Okay. I think I'm back in the chat. I can't play around with my cell phone too much because this communication device is a little sensible. Okay, it's connected to the main computer, but we never know. So the stream is running, the cafe is open, and now you can enjoy and relax. As I said before, another cup of space coffee in the orbit of Mars, because at the moment our space cafe is orbiting Mars. It's our last destination. And I'm also confirming the site here, as you see. I'm making a double check whether it really works. And meanwhile, I have a good cup of coffee. And another story I heard from the last stream, people told me, your coffee must be cold. The whole time, only one cup of coffee. You don't know the technique here on the spaceship. We have a heater. Every cup of coffee, as it is a gravitational cup of coffee, it has also an additional heater. So every cup of coffee we are using here has a heater. And the heater, lets the coffee stay cold. No, stay hot. And I heard another thing from the last stream. Visitor said, there might be a topic. You can't open a stream without a topic. A topic helps people to find a theme, an issue, what they can talk about. But I think when you sit down and you drink a cup of coffee, you want to chill, you want to relax. When something happens, you can react on it. But when nothing happens, you still can enjoy the coffee, you still can enjoy the music, and have a wonderful time. I think the main thing is to have a break. Our days are so destructive. We have to react on so many things. And when we are a victim to all the things that attract our attention, then it's hard for us to be ourselves. Especially in this case, it's very necessary that you slow down, you sit on a chair or in a spaceship and relax. You could eat some chocolate if you have one. You can drink a coffee This is always a good idea. A coffee is always a good idea. A coffee makes it real. Today I saw a phrase, a website makes it real. You can see this with everything. A coffee makes it real. As long as you put your attention to any subject, you are getting into the subject. And another thing I said to a viewer, I could sit in my space kitchen and drink my coffee. This is possible, and most of people do this. But you can also drink the coffee in a cafe. In this time, in a space cafe. So let me check if there is someone who wants to say hello. I can't miss the hello, therefore I have to look sometimes into my communication terminal here. This one here. It's a handheld communication terminal. I hope it's not too hot. Oh, it's very hot. Cheers. So welcome all the guests here that enjoy the coffee in the orbit of Mars. At the moment we are surrounding Mars, orbiting Mars. It's a good location. And at the moment there's no work to do, so we can chill out a little. I hope you have a good cup of coffee or a good tea or something with the color red or something with the color yellow. This was red tea and this was yellow tea. But this is a real coffee. So I hope you had a wonderful day and you realized all your tasks that you wanted to do or that other people wanted you to do. Hope you had a wonderful Saturday. Another viewer said to me, but people go to YouTube because we are spreading this stream on YouTube, because when we stream on YouTube, it's a good chance that other people have the possibility to enter the stream. And a person said to me, but when you go to YouTube, you have to offer something. It depends. You don't have to offer something. There's so many topics all over the internet, because normally when people go to the internet, they are looking for something, they are searching something. And then they find a certain amount of things that they go through. Interesting stuff, less interesting stuff. But this is not a situation, a coffee where we offer an information that was prepared. No, it is instant. It is spontaneous. When something happens, it can happen. But there's no plan. This is the good thing. How many times in your day you are open to new possibilities, to new actions? Mostly it's planned. First I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and then your day is full of plans and goals, and at the end you did not even get through all of them. But this is not the way when we drink a coffee. When we drink a coffee, we sit down and relax, and we say, wonderful. And when we enter the void, when we enter a moment without a lot of topics, we have the chance to get new ideas. This is the space coffee all about. To get new ideas. Because when you have a plan, you are so focused. I have to improve this, I have to make this better, and I have to improve this. And then you're so involved in how can I get progress in a topic. But when you are so occupied with your idea, how will you ever get a new idea? It nearly can't enter your mind because you're so focused, you're nearly blocked with your idea. And this is the good chance of a coffee, when there's nothing to think about, when there is void in your mind, emptiness in your mind. Then you have the chance to get a new idea. Isn't this fun? Aren't we not always chasing for new ideas? But what are we doing to get new ideas? People make a plan. People make a brainstorming with other people. People make so many stuff to get new ideas. I have to get a new idea, an idea that serves better, because my older ideas don't serve anymore. And people are chasing ideas, but how can you get an idea when your mind is so occupied? When you're thinking, there's no place that a new idea, a weak idea that is still unfamiliar with your mind, it's hard to invite a new idea when there's no place in your head. Think about this. Yes. And these are only thoughts. Thoughts that can bring you a better perspective, if you want. If not, it's fine. Let me see the heater. My God, the heater is very hot. Whew. It's not boiling, but it's... I think the coffee stays hot for 1 hour. Mm-hmm. And if it's empty, I'll make another one. Yes. Another coffee? Yes. But at the moment, I still have my coffee. It's hot. And sometimes, why not a little honey? Mm? Mm. Mm-hmm. Good honey. So I hope you are fine. There are some viewers. I hope you enjoy your chilling time, whatever you do. And I can check my emails. Nobody's asking me nothing. So I'm not late in giving my answer. I don't need. So let's get another space sound. I reduced the music a little. I don't want to annoy you with a high level of music. A space coffee should be chilling. And as I said before, I could have a coffee in my space kitchen for me alone. But I said, why not share and give the invitation? I remember a time decades ago. I was running a radio station, and let me remember the first day when I started the first broadcast. This was 1995. It was the 17th October. This was interesting. I led this radio station for 20 years. It was growing. But let's think about the beginning. When I think about the beginning, I started the broadcast on the 17th of October 1995. And this was interesting. This was really, because when we start a radio station, we have to play 24 hours, even without having no listener. This is interesting. So when you want to open a business, in this case it was a radio station, first we have to broadcast. We have to transmit. Because if you don't transmit, how would anybody say, oh, this is an interesting station, this plays my music? So we first have to start broadcast. And then we can find listeners, viewers. But first we have to start broadcasting. And this reminds me of this, because when I'm starting this space coffee here, first I have to broadcast. When you open a restaurant, first you have to make everything fine. You have to get the chairs, the tables, you have to get the kitchen, you have to get your cook, you have to get your waiters. Everything must be there. But there's no client there. But when the first client comes, everything should serve the client. So the business should run even before you got the first client. You can't say, oh, when I have clients, then I open the business. No, this doesn't work this way. First, you have to offer your service. You have to be really clear what you're offering. And then you can say, okay, some clients like this, others not. And so you get more and more and more and more. And you increase your clientele. You got more friends, more business partners. And it works like this. So when I remember the time, this was an interesting time. You had a full running radio station, and you were sure there were no listeners at all. Because when I first put on the main switch to get the music on the air, and I was looking on my receiver, is it on the air? Yes, it is. I'm sending it out and it comes over the air. It's comes over the antenna and it's really out there. And in this moment, I was sure there is no listener at all. I was my first listener. For example, when you train the piano, when you train guitar, when you train the clarinet, when you train the violin, you are your first listener. And then you continue, you get better, and then you have more contact to more listeners. Then you will give concerts, and so on and so on. And the same goes with any business, whether you are in art, whether you are selling something, or whether you're offering a service. First, you should offer it, and then you can see who likes it. It's always this way. Yes, and what I wanted to tell, when I remember this time, I was my first listener. This was interesting. But then there came more and more and more. I got more frequencies. I increased the power of the frequencies. There were new channels to transmit the signal. And growth happens everywhere. As long as you put your focus on it, growth happens automatically. And I made it for only 20 years. And then I said, it's enough. It's enough. Because when you make a radio station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for 20 years, then you can say, it's enough. And then make something new. So this was a memory that came up. So I hope you enjoy your space coffee. Sharing your seat in the orbit of Mars. The heater is really hot. This is a good idea. So when you want to say hello, it's a pleasure. You can say hello. Therefore, we have a chat here. You could even come in by video, but first I use the chat. Isn't the view lovely? You see planet Mars. Let me show you this is the universe part. Yes, and you are live in this space cafe. So I hope you have another cup of coffee or something else. Probably you might something sweet, or you prefer something with red color. This is red juice. Yes, enjoy your cup of coffee in the orbit of Mars. If you have something to share, this is open. You can use the main communication chat to spread your word. But most of the time, this stream is to chill. There are not a lot of topic unless you choose one. But I won't bring a topic, because our life is so distracted with so many things. Let me see. Oh, there are special guests here. Stinky Scrublet. What a pleasure. You are so welcome. lucky to see you here. I'm so lucky to see you also here, to read from you. How is it going? And then Rock said, juice. Yes, the red juice. Juice, whatever juice you want. You can even have a red tea. So Stinky Scrubble is a wonderful person. I know him from other platforms. This was interesting to meet you here. Going well, said Stinky. Good to know. Good to read this. So I think in your time zone it's still early. Now we have 9 o'clock and 4 minutes. It's early evening. Dendrock said, we need the genie emote. Wow, you know the genie. This is interesting. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I think here we have no genie emote. Yes, I was training, as you know, on other platforms to be ready to make something on a different platform. Yes, and at the moment we are choosing YouTube to get in contact to people here on planet Earth, because at the moment the space coffee is orbiting Mars, and yeah, we said YouTube is good because we have a big data stream back to planet Earth, and I think there's still a channel available that we can use YouTube to get in contact with friends. Aha, Dan Rock is called Dan Raku. Aha, now I understand. Good to know. So you changed the name a little. Why not? This is good. So what are you sharing? You have a beer or a coffee or a tea or a red wine or a juice or something stronger. We never know. On planet Earth, everything is allowed. Here, when you are orbiting with a spaceship, you have, okay, coffee is allowed. Then we have red juice, it's allowed. Then we have a yellow juice, this is also allowed. Stinky said, I'm glad you are safe from these Earth viruses. Yes, as I'm orbiting here since 2 years now, and this was before the time when this C virus occurred here on planet Earth. And then Raku said, too early to drink. Yo, you have to be hydrated. Drink a lot of water. We have to drink throughout the day. All the day we should drink 2 or 3 liters. Drinking is much more important than eating. I can even exist without eating several days or weeks. But breathing and drinking is essential. So don't say too early to drink. You can change the liquids during the day. This is allowed, especially on planet Earth. This is so fun. When we are on planet Earth, we can drink whatever you want. You go into any supermarket and you can buy whatever you want. And this is wonderful. There are so many good drinks out there. But here, when we are on our spaceship, we can only go to the boss from the kitchen and ask for something. And sometimes even not everything is allowed. Another cup of Earth coffee in the house of Ohio, please. Yes, good idea. By the way, this is Earth coffee. We brought this from Earth because there's not yet a plantation where we get Mars coffee. So we are orbiting Mars. We are enjoying the coffee on Mars. But this is not a plantation from Mars. This is still Earth coffee. Yes, you are right. The water is water from Mars. Mars has a lot of carbon dioxide and is even water. So the water we use, this is water from Mars. But the coffee itself, it is from good planet Earth. So I'm really pleased that you had the opportunity and that you got the information that we are making this stream here in the orbit of planet Mars, and you got the secret data over your communication device. That you said, wow, what's going on? I got the secret information. So let me get a little red juice. I think this is cherry juice. It was cherry juice. You could imagine what happens with the cherry juice when you let it stay for a long time. It's no more cherry juice. It shapes a little. It shifts a little. So as we are so in our conversation, I would really like the other viewers at least to say hello. That would be very fine. Then Rocco got it. Ah, the fermented cherry juice. Yeah, sometimes when we leave a juice for a long time, it becomes ugly. It ferments. Yes, and it doesn't stay the cherry juice that it was before. Some people like it even more. Other people say, oh, this is spoiled. But on my hand, when the fermentation goes right, we can enjoy the cherry juice. So Dan Rocco, so you have two different accounts, or are these two different persons? Old cherry juice makes me dizzy. It does. And when there's a lot of old cherry juice, even more. And at the end, we can even make a liquor from it. What a pleasure to meet the old friends from planet Earth. Google used the force people to first the account. I understood. Okay, well, at least you are flexible. The good thing is there are only nice people entering here. Few people, but nice people. As you confirmed. I never imagined. I said to myself, I can have a cup of coffee in the space kitchen, but I can also go online and share my coffee with guests that might enjoy to share their coffee. Yes. I even installed a space heater to keep the coffee warm. So later I have to look to your profile here on YouTube to see what you are sharing here. You You can mute people on here without them knowing they are muted. Really? I didn't got that much. Oh yes, that makes trolling frustrating, I imagine. So there's another guest. Welcome for coming in. Zemendabs. Zemendabs. I don't know whether I spell it right. Zemendabs. Smandabs. So, who am I? You can give me a hint. Probably you want to be unknown, but for me at the moment you are still unknown to me. So when you give me a certain keyword that only I understand, then I can say, then I can put my thoughts and my energy to the right person. So let's see. Zemendabs. What secret word you will share here? And I hope you are fine, sitting on the couch or wherever you are, or on the beach, or looking to nature. Aha, you know me from another platform. I have a different name there. You want to share your name? Only if you want. Because it's hard when we see two different names. Who is this person? It's hard to guess. MDU. Now I got it. Thank you very much. Now it's complete. Yes. Good. Good, good. When I use the other platform, yes, both are hard to pronounce. Especially for me when you only talk a little English. As I said before, normally I'm more accustomed to German, or also in Portuguese, and English is also only another language. And I don't know, Zemendabs or Smandabs, I think Zemendabs might be this. And Mdabyazer, MDU, Bayazer. It's hard to know. It's hard to spell, hard to pronounce. Every name has a secret in it. So, as we are here in a very famous round, you want to share something. Close enough. I'm not picky. Thank you very much. Yes, because when people are picky, it's hard to please them. But at least you realize the goodwill. The goodwill was there. So when you want to share something in this prominent round here, it would be a pleasure. So there are a lot of people that know me from the genie. Yes, this was another topic. The genie is still there, for sure. Don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. Why not? Why not? And there's an alien head. By the way, here are a lot of aliens. The Mars is really crowded. The astronauts and the scientists on planet Earth even don't know it yet, because they have only some rover crawling around, but there are a lot of aliens and they have fun. They play with the rover. I was going to ask what prompted you to switch from the genie theme to Mars theme. Oh, there's not only Mars, there are so many planets in our solar system, and when we increase our speed, there are so much other nebulas and planets and stars. So this is interesting. The genie said to me, explore the universe. I said, okay, when you want me to do this, okay, if it's your will, I accept it. But it's only ambient. It's only how to explain this. This is only wherever we are in our house, in the town, in the car. These are only surroundings. So wherever we are at, if we are at the beach or in the desert, this doesn't matter. What matters is our energy. Stinky said, I thought I saw an alien floating by. Might be. And we always have our weapon ready to fire because we never know. Who remembers the green earth? Oh yes, the green earth. I remember the green earth. Yes, the green planet, the forest. We had the rainforest. There was the rainforest sound from the green earth. You are really good in remembering the green earth. It might come back even. We can fly to the green earth. This is the other dimensional earth. Most of the people are living on the blue earth. But there is, on the parallel dimension, a green earth. Mm-hmm. And some people still remember this. Very good, very good. Weapon. Oh yes, weapon. When you're flying alone in the universe, you have to be armed. Because we never know. Yeah. Who remembers Matthias on the Rage show? Oh yes, I even remember today, because when I got the invitation, as I'm still connected over Discord, I still got the invitations from his shows, and I even thought, wow, yes. Yes, you only saw the clips, but at least you saw the clips. Because the clips are deleted. But at least you enjoyed the lost genie. So I hope you like the quality. Because sometimes it's hard to get a good transmission back to planet Earth. We have to put the radar antennas and increase even the volume to have a good contact. Siemens, will you do it again? We never know. I'm not planning it, but I'm open to do it. So many things can happen, we never know. But at least I'm open. And it's fun. It was fun and it will be fun. And there are so many other things that are amazing. Yes. I got this, at this time it was an invitation. And I said yes, why not? So let me shortly check whether something else is coming in by email. No. So let's get back to our So let me physically welcome all the guests here. And I hope you enjoy another cup of coffee, another space cup of coffee, wherever you are. I will do it for you. Or when you prefer something sweeter, get a drink you like. And as I mentioned before, when you want to share something, the chat is open. This is a virus-free zone, so you are safe. Stinky, what did you post? This might be a small bird, I don't know. It's so small, I can't even recognize it. What is it? Probably you can write down what it was, because it's so small. Might be a bird. Might be Adler. I don't know. No? Yes. Cheers. Nothing is better than a good cup of coffee. And when it's a space coffee, it's really strong. It's an eagle. Okay, yes, I imagine it might be an eagle with a white hat. The eagle has landed. Stinky asks, how many drinks do you have there? So the collection in this space cafe is not that big. So we have a coffee, the classical space coffee. Then we have a yellow drink and we have a red drink. This means yellow lemonade and there's red lemonade. And this is enough. At the moment it's enough. Because the choice is not that good on a spaceship. We can be happy if we have water at all. Stinky said whiskey, wine and coffee. If it would be, it's only a cheap coffee. It is water with yellow color and it's water with red color. Nothing else. But we can think, it's delicious. Yes, cheers. I think to have a cheers, this serves good. So you're On planet Earth, you have the choice to drink whatever you want. You can have a beer, you can have a champagne. For you, the choices are wonderful. Then Raku said, yellow water needs a bigger cup. Yes, you are right. Yes, but we don't have a lot of cups. On planet Earth, we have so many cups, glasses. For every drink, there's a special glass. In a spaceship, you can be happy if you have something to put your water in. The former astronauts had their drinks in a bag. They had their bag and they put the straw inside and they squeeze it out by hand. They don't even have had a cup. So at least nowadays we at least have a cup. This seems so Earth-like. It's only that the director from the space program says, make the flight for the astronauts a little more comfortable. Let them feel at home, even if they are working. Do you have a favorite beer? Unfortunately not. This is so many times ago when we had I don't even know how a beer smells. I forget even the smell. Yes, it's a pity. Then Raku said, on my spaceship, I drink straight from the yellow water bottle. Yes, good. Good idea. Right from the yellow water bottle. Like the cowboys. Like the cowboys with the whiskey bottle, no? Yes. So this might be a whiskey bottle and not a water bottle, huh? So, Raku, where are you with your spaceship? What are your coordinates now? Which solar system or which planet are you orbiting at the moment? I'm curious. I'm always am. This joke was good. Planet Matthias. Oh, okay. New discovery. Good. You know the coordinates? Would be interesting. So let's check the status. Another coffee? Yes or no? The mission is still go. It's in a wormhole. No cords. Oh, this is dangerous. You think you can get out of this? Because it's hard to get out of a wormhole. You have to got a very strong spaceship with a lot of antimatter to pull against the gravitation. You're stuck. Oh. And what did your engineer said? You are stuck in the wormhole. Being stuck in a wormhole is interesting, because when you are stuck in a wormhole, this means time stands still. And this means you have nothing to lose. Because when you get out of the wormhole, the time continues to run as normal. So as long as you are stuck in the wormhole, there's nothing left. You don't lose your lifetime, because as the time stands still, you have nothing to lose. You can enjoy. This means you can enjoy the timeless moment, and when you're ready, then you can get more into the wormhole or get out of the wormhole, and you can even, if you master the time, you can even go back in time. But you have to be careful, because when you go in the future, then you immediately lose time. So it's better to go back in time, especially when you are involved in a wormhole. But at least as when you are stuck in the wormhole, this is okay, because being stuck means without motion and place and time. Yeah. So at least think about this. How many times you still want to be there? And when you said, I'm ready to get out of it, then I can send you the genie. No, sorry, Dan Rocker. I have never seen Netflix show Dark. Is it good? What's the matter? What is the point? Are there some videos on the normal YouTube that we can at least get a glimpse what this dark means? But it might be good. If you mention it here, then this must be good. Why would you ever mention something bad? It's a German TV show about a wormhole in a German town. A wormhole in a German town? What's the name of this town? So this is science fiction. It's a German TV show about a wormhole in a German town. Seems interesting. By the way, it's not a wormhole in a German town, because wormholes are everywhere. I hope you know this. Wormholes are everywhere. It's mostly that we have no access to know about them or to enter them. But wormholes are everywhere. Wherever you can think, there's a wormhole. Because thinking works nearly like having access to a wormhole. Thinking is nearly enter in a vortex that goes over a wormhole to have access to things, might be your memories, or to new ideas that you didn't have before. The town is called Winden. Interesting. Okay, let's make a screenshot. I already made the screenshot, and then I can deepen this. When I get on the dark side of the Mars, where there's no more connection to planet Earth, then I have a lot of time to see what you are talking about. Yes, there's not only a dark side of the moon, there's also a dark side of the Mars, of planet Mars. But this seems interesting. You made me curious. Who else knows about this German TV show about the wormhole in the city called Winden? Stay hydrated. We always learn something new. Unfortunately, I don't have a beautiful glass like you have. It's a simple glass with old cherry juice. So let's make a location. The broadcast is coming from orbit Mars. Stinky Scrubbles is grooving. Wonderful. Denraku has a glass of yellow tea. So let's check the communication. Let's check the locations. The stream is coming from orbit Mars. Who else wants to share his location? When you want to share, write it in the chat. If you don't want to share, only write no. And then you stay unknown, stuck in the wormhole. So I hope you enjoy your drinks. This is my gravitational cup. Even without weightlessness, the coffee stays inside. Because there's a artificial gravity in the spaceship. Okay, Denraku, he's in the orbit Matthias. This is allowed. I hope you feel fine. Because sometimes we don't know, and sometimes we don't want to say who we are, where we are. You still can be unknown and sharing the energy of this stream. Stinky is in orbit toy 700D. 700D. This reminds me of a Nikon camera 700D. Nikon TOE. The wormhole is letting me out. Wonderful. It lets you. So the time is running again. Denraku is in Virginia. Welcome, Virginia. It's good to have a connection to Virginia. I'm very pleased to have a connection to Virginia. So when the wormhole is letting you out, this means time starts counting again. As I said to Stinky, this Orbit Toy 700D reminds me to a Nikon camera 700. It's a digital camera, yes. Then Draco said, now the genie is calling me to his home world. It's hard to understand the sentence. Now the genie is calling me to his home world. The home world of the genie, this is pure energy. Because the home world of the genie, as the genie is energy, he is everywhere. 10 trillion light years away from Earth. Oh, wonderful. Okay. 10 trillion. So you are master of the warp drive. Good. Or you got the acceleration from the wormhole. This is the good stuff. When we are dealing with a wormhole, we can disappear and appear on a different galaxy. I even got another message from Rage. He's calling his viewers. Yes, you have the upgraded drive. Congratulations. One trillion light years per hour. Why not per second? In this case, hours or seconds are meaningless. Whether it's per hour or a second, the way is so big. So why are we waiting an hour? Make it in a second. It's even faster. Yes, don't forget your cup of coffee. Tenrock said, genie isn't that fast. It depends. When it wants, it can. Does the genie have an advice for the virus if we return to Earth? When you return to Earth, it's over. Because every virus is born and will die. Every bacteria or virus, it has a birth date and it has a death date. So when you return back to Earth, it's already dead. So you're secure. Like any other epidemic disease, it has a starting point, a point where it spreads all over, multiplying, and then comes the time when it's over. Like everything in human mankind. The Babylonians, the Egyptians, they all were starting one time, they were growing, they had their high time, and then there was the time when everything was over. Yes, this is the natural way of life and death, because life is always upgrading. Life is always upgrading. You know, in a day, several billion cells in your body die, and they are renewed by new cells. So this means even you are dying and being born again during the day, and these are billion of cells every day. So you are a dying and birth creation. You are dying while you are living, and you are giving birth to new cells while you are living. So this is dying, living, dying, living, dying. And the same goes with every bacteria and virus. So there's no problem in it. This is the way how nature works. This is the inbuilt reset program. We call it the inbuilt reset program. When something gets too big, then it's nearly ready. For example, an apple on a tree. You have a tree, you have a flower, then there's a small apple. The apple becomes bigger, and then when the apple is ripe, it falls from the tree. Have you ever seen an apple with 7 meters diameter? Never. So the apple, when the apple is ripe, it's over. We can eat the apple or throw it away, but the growth is over. So there's the birth, the growth, and then the death, and then it's natural. You will never see an apple with a diameter of 7 meters. So therefore you can trust nature. Everything will find its reset. Some people say, but I don't want to find my reset. But we have to be aware it's hard to live longer than 120 years. This means our time is precious. If we live 1 million years, we can do whatever we want because we have endless time. But as time is not endless, then our time is very precious. And therefore we should really think what we are doing in every second, minute or hour in our life. What if it wasn't nature? Then it was something else. Whether you call it nature or energy or universe or whatever. But when I say nature, I mean all of this included. Or what is your intention when you said, what if it wasn't nature? So what would you suggest? I must re-enter the wormhole. I will stop the reset. Yes, when you enter the wormhole, you at least stop the reset. This is a good way to have a break. Have a break. What if it wasn't nature? Stinky said, a bioweapon. Look, every bioweapon has also its birth, has its time when it grows, and then it has its death. A bioweapon also is working natural. For example, when there are no more living beings, then the virus can't spread anymore. Then the virus will die also. But nobody will create a bioweapon without knowing how to cure it. So, if it was a bioweapon, there are some people that know the right tools to prevent them or others. And then this becomes a political act. And in this case, we can say when we have whether it's a gun, whether it's a atomic weapon, or any other weapon, or a bioweapon, it doesn't matter. You can even use a normal knife to make a good salad and feed your children, or kill your neighbor. The cure is drinking a gallon of whiskey. At least you forget, or you forget forever. Now you know why I'm using this strong liquid to stay immune. Well observed. Well observed. I think he said very good. I don't know what you mean. It's very good. Look for a better orbit. When you feel threatened, then look for a better orbit. Get your manual, reprogram your spaceship, and get a better orbit. And then you are free again. There's so many places where we are safe. So reprogram the computer of your command module, change the orbit, and then you can say, oh, it's so good. It's like having a vacation in Hawaii. Who still remembers our good friend, what's his name? His nickname. The engineer that programmed Hyperflight. He is spreading new, I think he makes an update. I saw new videos on him on YouTube. So he has improved his program, and it seems very astonishing. I think it's time, I think it's nearly 1 year that we made our interview. And I said to him, get your thing, produce your program, get more clients, more gamers, and we will make another video. So I think it's nearly time to make a new video. Yes, now I remember. Louis Fitzjohn, the creator of Hyperflight. So when you ever see this video, Louis, be greeted and more success with your program Hyperflight. Yeah, people can run rockets and float through different planets. A really good program. I never played it myself, but as I was making the interview with him, I had a good insight. This was not a game where I did voice acting for. Now, I made an interview with Louis Fitzjohn, the creator of Hyperfly. We were talking about why he created this, what were his purposes, what were his struggles realizing this. We showed some sequences of his video. No, this was not a voice acting. We made an interview about it. By the way, you can still find it on my website. But I think it's time to make a new one, to see the success of his Hyperflight. So the stream is really going very smooth. I even like the quality. When the streams ended, they need a little time to probably they render it again. And after their own rendering, the quality is quite amazing here. The coffee is still hot because, as I said to you, I have my space heater. And this helps a lot. One thing, I don't have it with me at the moment, but it's still in the space kitchen. I still have marshmallows from planet Earth. Yes. Yes, you confirm the quality is good, even as the stream is running. I thought this is interesting. When the stream is running, the quality is good. When the stream is switched off, the quality is nearly bad, and they make their own rendering. It takes a little time, even hours. And after this, the quality is also excellent. I don't know whether there's a difference between other platforms. By the way, this is the second stream of another cup of space coffee in the orbit of Mars. Please, this is the second stream. The first stream, I think I made it some days ago. And this is the second stream. I thought I will put the number in it, that we are not confused. I don't know whether I delete them or not. Let's see. Sometimes when the stream is over, there are still coming people and watching the stream, and we can delete it. We can delete it always, but I'll let us a little on the platform. Because sometimes when we have good topics, as you know me, some streams are chilling, some streams are only just chatting, and other streams have good topics. And whatever unfolds in the stream is all right. The intention is to have another cup of space coffee at the moment in the orbit of Mars. And when there is something special happening, an interesting topic, a special issue, whatever is coming up, then it's good to have it fixed over the recording. So let me remind you, so what type of space coffee is your favorite? I prefer the strong one, mostly Arabic, really strong coffee. Strong coffee, hot coffee, sometimes with milk, but without sugar. And Stinky is right back. Yes, get some more coffee. And later you tell us what coffee you were choosing. When I had my last stream on another platform, there was, I don't know whether you remember his name, Vinimus. And we had a good conversation. So you like the light coffee, okay? A light coffee from Africa, okay. In Rio de Janeiro, they call it, they drink, what's the name? They have a special name for a super light coffee. Yeah, they call it coffee carioca. Coffee carioca. This is nearly water. It seems a little brownish, but this is more water than coffee. And they call it coffee carioca. So this is not coffee, this is water with, it doesn't have a taste like coffee. It tastes like blueberries. Might be interesting. It tastes like blueberries. And where do you get this coffee? Who is the provider? You can get it in Walmart or let's see where you get this special coffee. Light has also more caffeine. Interesting. I didn't know this. Light has also more caffeine. I think they have less. So you order it online. Interesting. So what's the name? What's the name of this? Please share the name of your coffee. And if there's someone who wants to try this coffee, sell good coffee in most grocery. This is interesting. They don't sell good coffee in most grocery stores. This is interesting. As here in Europe, as we are so close to Italy, and Italy is famous for good coffee. So here you can buy good coffee in every corner. So here it's easy. And people already have good taste. They know what a good coffee is. I remember the time when I was visiting oftentimes Florida, and we ordered a cup of coffee. This was really no coffee. This was hot water. This was nearly a coffee karaoke. This was black water, but this had no taste of coffee at all. And therefore, at this time, when you want a cup of coffee and you want another, you don't pay for it. You want more coffee, you get the coffee. You don't have to pay for it because it's only hot water. Halo Bariti. Halo Bariti. Interesting. It's the light coffee from Africa. Halo Bariti. Good to know. Let me make a screenshot. And later I will Google for it. So, with a handheld communication device, it's much easier to make a screenshot. And after the stream, I can go for it. The roaster eyebrow from is out of stock right now. Hey, you were lucky. But I think the coffee will come back. So, but £2 is not a lot. By the way, is the music too loud? Too low? You can at least give me a small feedback. That would be nice. Oh, it's fine. Thank you very much. Good to know. Good to know. So if there's still someone out there and didn't say a hello, it would be nice to greet you. It's always a pleasure. Let's complete the round here to know who's in. Only if you want. If you don't want to, it's completely fine. You still can follow unknown. So let's see whether Stinky already has got some more coffee. So what are the news in Virginia? Yes, he isn't back yet. Voice chat with him. Ah, interesting. Okay, good. very communicative. Several chats at the same time. You miss no information. He's slow at making food drink. He's enjoying. When we are slow in making food and drink, and then we are also slow in enjoying and eating and drinking, this is a good way to enjoy life. You don't have to eat always fast food. Enjoy fast. Enjoyment is better when it goes longer. So what are the news in Virginia? If there's something special, you can share it. But only if you want to. Nothing going on here really. How could this be? So it's very calm, a relaxed state. So you can concentrate on all your stuff. Good. Still these issues. My God. But this is good to know. When you say nothing really strange, all is going well, then you have your freedom and you concentrate on your things that you want to play in your life. Wonderful. Stinky is back. He said, wow. Did you find another coffee? What do you want to share with us? Stinky wants to share something. I know this. Good. So we are ready to receive. You got a little slow in putting more YouTube videos out there. There was a time when you had a lot of new videos, but at the moment it's became a little quiet, but probably you're already making new one. Yes, so you made a lot of things. You made it quickly, you even took the trash out, and you even had a wonderful conversation with your mom. Good. I still remember the street name that you once sent to me. This was so interesting. It was completely written the right way. And only the first name, not even the last name, only the first name. This was so interesting. So, who else entered the chat? You are welcome. Nice to meet you here. So when you have the courage and the enjoyment to say hello, we would appreciate this. It's like Starbucks. People come in and get out. People come in and get out. People come in. And when you enjoy it, you stay a little longer. When it's not the way you like it, then you go quickly. But sometimes people are in a hurry. We have so many things that we want to do, should do. And when you are in a hurry, you can't relax. And another cup of space coffee is a good idea to have a break, to distress, to calm down. Because reality is asking for a lot of stuff. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves we can make it a little slower. Slow down the speed of action, slow down the speed of thinking. For some people, it's even good to slow down the way of eating, especially when they want to lose weight. The space coffee is a bit spiked. Please explain more. It's a bit spiked. What does that mean for you, for us? Stinky said, the space coffee is a bit spiked, and this means for him some kind of 13% alcohol. This means your space coffee. What did you do? You went in your kitchen and you were preparing your coffee. What ingredients did you put in your coffee? So please inform us. We want to learn. Some kind of 13% alcohol. 13%, it's the normal percentage of wine. Because all the strong, like liquors or whiskey, they have much more. And beer has less. So 13 seems there's wine involved. But I can be wrong. So if you want to give us a little more information, we would appreciate this. I think it was some sweet hazelnut thingy. Sounds good. Enjoy. So your mom has a good taste. For sure it's good. This is a pure space coffee. Water, coffee from planet Earth, and a little dry milk from planet Earth. But it's already liquid dry milk. So guys, what party are you planning? Today, Saturday night, there might a lot of fun in your surroundings. What are you planning? But it was a good reminder to get in contact with Louis Fitzjohn to ask about his hyperflight. I'm really interested. It's nearly a year that we had this last conversation. Probably he's already a rich man selling a lot of computer games. I wish it for him. Because it's a lot of work to build and create such a game. You have 2 or 3 years only programming. Yes, we're having a party with Mitch. Good. Okay, I don't know Mitch. Or probably I know him with a different name. But at least you're having a good party. This is good, wonderful. Yes, the yellow tea is nearly gone. Yes, and it was all a small glass. But there's still more. But there's still more. But I think the quantity of this water should be a small quantity. But there's still a little red water. The red water is still so at the moment we have 6 viewers. Okay, 1 viewer am I myself, because I have my communication device in my hand. At least we have 5 viewers. This is wonderful. Where is the red water from? The water is from planet Mars, and the color is from planet Earth. So as I said, we have 5 viewers at the moment. This is wonderful. I'm really happy with this. even if not all engage here in the chat. Sometimes people are satisfied and only entertaining themselves. Wonderful. As I said before, when I opened my radio station in the former times, decades ago, I started broadcasting with 0 listeners. We always have to start. We always start with 0. Okay, we are listening on ourselves. I could listen. But we always start with 0. And then comes 1, 2, 3. At the moment we have even 6. I thought I would have another space coffee, only me, orbiting Mars and playing with the computers, reprogramming the next orbit. But the connection back to planet Earth was fine, and it's stable. It's really stable. We have a good connection still to planet Earth. The chat goes flawlessly. There's so many people writing their comments, and I enjoy all the content. And all the viewers, they like the new ideas. Yes, this is beautiful. Let's diminish the window. You should enjoy the shape of planet Mars. The next time when we have the chance to make another broadcast back to planet Earth, I will get the genie out of the this is interesting. Okay. I will bring the genie back, because it is also on the spaceship. To at least say hello to the viewers that already know the genie. Will you do a drawing stream? I think not. But you still remember the drawing stream. It was fun, yes. I installed the camera in the front, but at the moment there's a microphone. But one thing I'm interested in, there are these scribble boards that we can connect to the computer, and I like this. We can put it to the computer, we can write on the board with a pen, and it goes automatically in the computer with the best view. This is good for creating graphics and to have fun. In the stream we can even write something scribbled on this tablet. This is a good idea. heater is still hot. Very good. I think it would be better to have a metal cup. I think a metal cup gets the heat better because the heat is much more hot than the cup itself. Stinky has one of those. Ah, interesting. What is your model? So there's a USB connection to the computer. You have this pen in your hand, and then you can do whatever you want. This is very good for creative work at the computer, because making something with your hand is much more creative. It's manual. No? So what is your model, Stinky? Please inform us. I can even make a screen copy. Wacom bamboo. I already heard of this name, Wacom bamboo. Ah. What is the price, more or less? 200, 400, 500? Wacom bamboo. I'll make a screenshot. And are you content with it? Please tell us a little about your experiences with this Wacom. Is it good? Is it not good? For what will it serve? Is it colored? It's the Wacom bamboo. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. CTL 471. Okay. It's pretty nice. It does not have a monitor. Doesn't have a monitor. But when you write something down, you can see it. Or you're only writing and you have to look to your screen over your computer. Oh, I can't understand this. But I think it would be better you write on it and you see directly where your pen was. Yeah, it could be even with Bluetooth. There mustn't even be a connection via USB. It's pretty nice. Doesn't have anyone. Yeah, you can write like a piece of paper. You can. How does it? I have not one, but I'm interested. This would be a good idea to buy something, even with Bluetooth, that you have no connection. You only write on it. You see what you're writing, what you're painting with the colors, and then you make a screenshot and you pass it to the computer. And you have an eraser. When you make something that you don't like, you erase it. You push the button, and it's erased again, and you can make it. This is interesting. And then at the end, when you're ready, you make a screenshot, send it to the computer. Would be even better when we have a live view. When you make a face, and eye by eye, nose and mouth, and you see everything in live when it is. I think they mustn't be that expensive. Oh, it's very easy. It's very cheap. It's like having a pizza with your friend. So you avoid to go to the party. You avoid to invite your girlfriend, and you already have one of these tablets. But this must be very creative, because I like it when, okay, there are a lot of chances with Photoshop, but the handwriting and hand painting is so interesting. We have when you make it with your, and you can make it very like an artist. You can make whatever you want, as you're used to. When you have a piece of paper, you make it the same way, and then you make it on the computer. This is really good. This is a real art. For example, we can make a picture on the window, and then when you want to explain something, then you can write it, paint it. It's very easy. Yes, after this stream, I will look what the market offers. Someone, I have an idea. I think someone me gave, what was this? Yes, Stinky, you were right. This was... This is the company Wacom. Did you ever heard about the Wacom Cintiq 22? Cintiq 22? Cintiq. I wrote this down sometime. I was talking to a man who makes a lot of graphics, and he told me about this, and he also told me about this Wacom Cintiq 22. But it's already half a year ago, so probably at the time there must be better models. But I think it costs a little more. Okay. Let me see whether I can get the website. Let's see whether I can post the... Let's see whether this works or not. I think... Yes. But this is already half a year ago, and probably there are better models at the moment. So I think we are nearly reaching the dark side of planet Mars. That means we will lose the connection to planet Earth. And then I can prepare something to get something to eat. So if anyone else wants to share something, you can do it now. And most of our viewers will go to their parties later. So enjoy your party. Okay, it seems that no one has anything to mention, at least at the moment. Then it's my time to say thank you very much for spending some of your precious time enjoying another cup of coffee together while orbiting in this special place, orbiting Mars. And it would be a pleasure to meet you again, because we are still orbiting Mars a lot of times. Then Rocker said, have a good night. Have a nice night too. Stinky is kind of trying to fix this loud fan in this audio receiver. Trying to fix, let's deepen this a little. You want to fix this loud fan in this audio receiver. What audio receiver are you talking about? And normally an audio receiver has no fan inside. Interesting. Hope to see you streaming soon. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, this is a kind invitation. Then the stream will follow soon. But let's get into this. An audio receiver that has a loud fan. Because the technical stuff always interests me. An audio receiver has a fan, even a loud fan. Just a receiver for some speakers I use for my TV. It's hard to believe that a receiver is only an amplifier that drives some speakers. And okay, when we have professional amplifiers that are supporting 2000, 5000 watts, they have a fan inside, but this is another dimension. But a receiver or an amplifier that only feeds some speakers, you can open it. You could do it like this. For example, when you see the amplifier gets very hot, then it's better the fan is running. But when you realize the amplifier doesn't get very hot, you can make it like this. You can the cables that go from the power supply to the fan, you can solder some other cables, and you make a switch in the housing, and then from outside you can switch the fan on and off. So this is easy. Only the cables that go from the power supply to the fan, you put two other cables there, you put a switch in the housing of this amplifier or receiver, and then you can switch it on and off from the outside. When you think, oh, it becomes a little hot, then you can turn it on, and when you think, oh, I think it doesn't get a little hot, then you can turn it off. So this would be an easy way to have manual control over the fan in this receiver. What do you think? Because normally, okay, in a laptop or computer where we have the chips, they should have control temperature. But a receiver, what is nearly an amplifier, they don't have a lot of problems. So what do you think? Sounds good, but how would I know it's hot? You can feel it from the outside. For example, when you, I don't know how many watts this receiver feeds your loudspeakers. So when you only listen with a lower volume, then it won't get hot, and then you can switch it off. And when you are making party sound, big volume, and then it's better to put the fan on, because when you have a lot of sound outside, when the speakers are really making a lot of sound, then the fan doesn't bother you any. So, but when you listen to a lower volume, and then the fan is, how to say, disturbs, and in this case you can switch it off, and you can do it manually. And sometimes there are heater plates where you can feel it, and they will go mostly to the outside. Yes, but I think when you listen with a loud volume, the fan can run. There's no problem. And when you want to have a quiet moment, lower volume, then you put the sound off. It's a good homemade project to make a on and off switcher in the case for the fan. You go to, I don't know whether this still exists, you go to Radio Shack, you buy a switcher, and then you can switch. You can even make it more complicated. You can put a temperature control where the main transistor is, where the main chip is that produces it, and then you can get the temperature from this heater plate, and then you can make an intelligent on and off switch for the heater. But this is a little complicated. I think a simple switcher in this case serves. So when the next stream comes, you can tell me how you realized this problem. If I had a Wacom tablet now, I could write you down how to make it. Okay. Then it was a pleasure to meet you here. Thank you very much for having a nice coffee together. Hope you enjoyed your coffee. I will make another one right now. I think there's still some fish. And I think it would be a good idea. There's still a little bottle of wine from planet Earth with these frozen fish from planet Earth. Heat them up and enjoy like a dinner on planet Earth. So thank you very much for sharing your time here. It was a pleasure to meet you here, to have a small talk, just chatting, and we will see you in the next orbit in front of planet Mars, because on the dark side it doesn't work, but on the front side we have a good connection. So enjoy your time, have a wonderful Sunday, enjoy your party, get the fan fixed, stinky, later you tell me, and we will fly again. Ciao, ciao, bye bye, thank you.